Magnolia Story, Capital Gains, No Pain, No Gains, The Stories We Tell. That's every book written by Chip and Joanna Gaines. I have read them all, and today I'm going to help you guys decide which one you should read. So let's get into it. Okay, before we get started, I do have to caveat that yes, I know there's several recipe books and several home decor books. We also own those. I have also read those, but in general, those aren't ones that people are going to sit down and read the whole thing, so I excluded those from this video. We're just going to talk about these four today. So starting in chronological order, the first one up is the Magnolia Story. This came out in 2016, and this is their whole story up to that point. At this point, if you're a fan, you've probably already heard all of this stuff, but if you are new to them, it is a great kind of overview of where they came from and how they got to the place that they are. My favorite quote from this book was, "Go and find what it is that inspires you, go and find what it is that you love, and go do that until it hurts. Don't quit and don't give up. The reward is just around the corner, and in times of doubt or times of joy, listen for that still small voice." Next up, we had Capital Gains. This was the first book that just Chip had authored. I love this. This book, it goes so deep in all the different areas of life, and Chip gives his advice in so many different areas, and there's so many wonderful gems in this book. I absolutely love this one. My favorite quote from this one was, he said, "Learn to hear your inner voice and then trust it. Get a sense of when it's offering suggestions and when it's stating a mandate. And when it states a mandate, listen to what it's telling you to do. Then act fast and don't waste time second-guessing yourself." I feel like there's kind of a trend on the whole inner voice thing. Third one was No Pain, No Gains. This is Chip's second book. This book is much more focused than Capital Gains. The subtitle is "The Good Stuff Doesn't Come Easy," and on the back he says, spoiler alert 1, this is a book about networks. Spoiler alert 2, this is not a book about networking. This is a book specifically about relationships and how the different relationships you have in your life are what enable you to become who you're supposed to become and do what you're supposed to do in life. Again, because this book was a little bit more focused, I don't feel like there was as many kind of gems that just apply to every situation in life, but it was still really, really excellent. My favorite quote from this one was one that actually radically changed my life. It was when he said, "People are not interruptions to your life, they are life." Oh. And then the most recent book is going to be Stories We Tell. This is by Joanna. Oh, this book is beautiful. I love the way that Joanna writes in this book. There is so much more maturity and just deep-founded wisdom, it feels like, in her writing and in the lessons that she pulls from all these life experiences. It's really cool to see what a 6-year difference between the Magnolia Story and then this book has just led her into as far as her wisdom and her understanding and the insights that she has into life. This book is chock full of dog ears, so many things. Every other page, I felt like I'm underlining something and going, oh my gosh, that's like, oh, that's so good. Holy crap. My favorite quote from this book was when she said, "We can't always feel our formation as it's happening." Yeah, I look back on some stages of my life and I'm like, that is so true. Like, that was so formative and I didn't even realize that that's what was happening at the moment. So there you go, 4 books. Honestly, they're all worth reading. They're great. But if I was only going to recommend one for you to read, which one would it be? I would say if you are a woman, I would start with The Stories We Tell. Joanna's writing in this is just much more flowery. Lack of a better term, I don't know. It's just really beautiful, and this is much more emotionally focused and kind of driven, and I just feel like this would speak the most to a female audience. If you are a guy looking to get into their books because you want to understand your wife more, I would totally start with Capital Gains. This book is awesome. There is so much that you can pull out of it that's actionable things and steps you can take. Chip is 1, hilarious, and 2, just a really smart dude, and he's done a lot and he's learned a lot of lessons from it. And so there's so much wisdom to be gained out of this. He tells all the stories in such a way that it's very engaging and you don't feel preached at, but you also don't feel bored. So if you are a guy, I would totally start with Capital Gains. If you are a lady, I would totally start with The Stories We Tell. And if you like either of those, keep on reading, read all of them because they are great. And Chip and Jo are people who I believe should be supported because they're trying to share the message of the gospel and trying to help people live better lives in the midst of the insanity that is our modern culture. So there you have it. If you have already read one of these, let me know which one. Let me know what you thought about it. And if you need even more recommendations, I'm going to link a video somewhere around here that is the 3 books that have fundamentally changed my life this year. I've read over 100 books, and these 3 are the ones that have radically shaped me and changed me into a different person. So check that video out next. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.